Guys, welcome back to Tasty Tailgating presented by Pepsi. Today, we're making the ultimate game day breakfast burrito. Let's get cooking. All right guys, sometimes game days start a little early. You miss breakfast, you run into brunch, you run into the game, but you forgot to eat. So this breakfast burrito is the perfect thing to grab on the go. Pretty simple, all we're gonna need, tortilla obviously. I have some frozen hash browns. You can find these at any supermarket. We're just gonna put them in some oil, fry them up. Then we're gonna make a quick pesto. This is optional. You can get your own pesto. I have some peppers, some eggs, and some bacon here that I've diced up and just rendered out. But that's pretty much it. To get started, we're gonna get these peppers cooking off in the pan. You go like medium-high heat. And this is a key. We're gonna save some of that fat that came off the bacon. We're gonna put a little bit in there. That's where we're gonna cook our eggs in this, and we're gonna cook our peppers, or saute the peppers in there. That's gonna be delicious. And I just had some leftover green peppers, orange pepper. That's all gonna go in. You can use whatever you want, or you can skip this. You just wanna do regular scrambled eggs, skip this step, but those are gonna go in the pan first. Perfect. Okay, now to make our pesto, very easy. We have pine nuts, we have garlic, we have basil, some olive oil, 2 cloves of garlic. Just take the ends off. Okay, then to a food processor, we're gonna add that garlic. We're gonna add our pine nuts, 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup, some olive oil, all that basil. And that's really how easy it is. We're just gonna blend this up and there you go. I'm gonna throw a little bit more basil in there. And this is why you don't wanna salt it yet. We're gonna add the cheese, and then we're gonna salt it after because Parmesan cheese is very salty, so you're not gonna need as much. So put this in first, we'll try it, and we'll adjust accordingly. Look at that, perfect pesto right there. Let's give that a try. Nice, so now we add salt. We have some mayonnaise going in. A couple roasted red peppers. Those can go right in. And then I like a spicy sauce, especially with any breakfast burrito. So I have a can of chipotle peppers that I opened for something I made last week, and these keep for a little bit, so I want to make sure I use the rest of these. And now these are spicy and smoky, so these are all gonna go in. So it's gonna have a little bit of a kick. If you don't want the kick in there, just do the roasted red peppers. Look at that color, beautiful. Looks perfect. And then just like that, we have our sauce. There we go. Give that a try. Perfect. Exactly what we want. Okay, set this aside. Let's get back to cooking. So I'm gonna go to like a medium heat. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of butter. With eggs, you always want a good amount of butter. That's gonna go in. And while those are going, I'm gonna take our frozen hash browns, drop these in hot oil. Let these start to go. Those will fry up nice. Just whisk these up. Pour these right over the peppers. And it's not gonna take long to cook. We really don't wanna overcook these eggs. It's basically like you're making like a soft scrambled egg. You don't have to go that low and slow, but we want medium, low heat, and just keep stirring it. Once we build this burrito, we're gonna cook it again to seal it all in and melt the cheese in there. So if you overcook the eggs now, they're still gonna keep cooking. Eggs cook at a very low temperature, and even off the heat, they'll continue cooking. So we really just wanna take these to basically done, and they'll finish cooking when we wrap that burrito. I'm just gonna take the pan off the heat. Those will continue to cook, even though they're not on the temp. I'm gonna salt these. And then I'm actually gonna take all that bacon we cooked now. Just drain off any of the grease, and we're gonna fold these bacon bits right into the eggs, and we'll save some for the topping. Those are nice and crispy there. That's some good texture in there. Hash browns are done. Just to drain off any of the excess grease. A little bit of salt, of course. Okay, I'm just gonna use the residual heat from this just to warm that tortilla up a little bit here. Okay, once that tortilla is warm and pliable, we can start. So base layer, good old American cheese here. And we're gonna start towards the back end because we're gonna wrap it. So if you start in the center, you're gonna have to shift everything back. So start towards the rear of any kind of burrito. There we go. Hash browns. Going with some of that pesto. Eggs. Now this is where you can run into trouble. You don't want to overstuffing burrito. It's the easiest thing to do is you look at it, you go, I could probably use a little bit more. You're and then you go to wrap it, and then you're out of luck. So you got to find that balance. This is looking perfect right here. Look at that. Now we're talking. Now we're looking good here. Finish with just a little bit of cheddar cheese on top. We're not going to go crazy, but just so both sides can have a little bit of cheese that melts. There we go. That's perfect right there. Just fold the sides in until you hit that. Those hash browns are a good guy. Don't rip it. And then keep the tuck. Just like that. They're set. Now we toast it off, and then we're done. Pan, medium-high heat. Once that's hot, we'll go in just with that sealed side down first. And just, you don't even need it. You can put some butter on if you want, some light oil. You don't really need it. Give that a flip. Look at, we have a perfect seal now. That cheese is melted. Let's give the other side a little bit of a kiss. All right, look at that. We have a perfect toast now on both sides. We're gonna give this a perfect slice at like a 45-degree angle. It's a pretty nice looking burrito. I don't know what about you guys, but that looks pretty good. That is a nice way to start your game day out, I'll tell you what. It's not gonna fall apart, but just to make sure, you can stick a nice little toothpick in there. We have our, God, that's just, it has a good weight to it. That's how you know it's gonna be a good day and a good burrito. Got our slices in there. We'll do it with a side of that aioli, because why not? You can never get enough of the sauce. And there you go, that is the perfect game day burrito. There's only one thing left to do, and that's taste it. And remember, every crave-worthy bite tastes better with Pepsi. I have a Pepsi Zero Sugar here, my favorite. All right, enough talking, here we go. I'm gonna give it a dunk. That's incredible. Wow, that's good. Guys, that's gonna do it for this episode of Tasty Tailgating. We'll see you next time. I'm Donnie. Peace.